Hey, what's up, everybody? Dave back finally with my sidekick.
This is Jimmy from Aggerbox.
And we are back with another episode of The Social with our special guest today,
Cody Bittinger.
What's up, everybody?
Give it up for Cody. Yeah, come on, everybody. How you been, man?
Good, man. Hanging in there. Keeping busy.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man. You too. Been a long time.
Yes, sir.
You ready to get out and start gigging yet?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Getting the edge back.
I know it's been a minute. So, let's get this rolling. I got a shot ready for us. Social's back on air.
We are back. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, good New Year.
Make sure
Cheers
you
to the studio audience out there.
like, comment, and subscribe too. Subscribe.
Yeah. Cheers.
So I've got some music queued up here. We're going to be listening to the Nicotine album from the Travis Minnick Band.
All right.
Awesome.
So speaking of Travis Minnick Band, any gigs planned there? Any jamming?
We don't have anything as of now planned, just because COVID and everything. We've just kind of been waiting, but I'm sure things will pop up.
Yeah?
Things get open back up.
What can you tell me about this album?
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that album. A lot of playing time. It was a great experience, though. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, I learned a lot from recording that. And
Where'd you guys record at?
it was McLean, Virginia, is where the studio was, and I mean, we got to work with some amazing people. It was a great experience. I mean, it really was.
I know when we record in Dave's studio, some songs come right together. Some songs are a year-long process.
Yeah.
How long did it take to get everything wrapped up, recorded?
I honestly couldn't put a time on it. It felt like forever. Because no matter how good you think you did, there's people looking at you that said it isn't good enough, and you got to redo it. So it did. It felt like it took forever, but I really couldn't put a time on it.
You guys
I don't
never
know.
even did any of the songs I recorded for you, did you?
We
Are
actually,
any of them on here?
They're not on that album, but we had to record every song that we had.
Right, I remember that.
So I don't remember the exact number, but I want to say there was like in the 30s.
Wow. I think I did 10 for you guys. 8 the first time and 2. I had 24 hours actually to do that. The last 2.
Okay, yeah.
Rolling and what was the other one?
I can't
It's been so
long,
but
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to remix that though and give it to you.
Oh, that'd be
That's
awesome.
a killer song. Though.
We still play that. Yeah.
When did this album come out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Has it got a date on it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's been, that time went so fast.
It says April 8th, 2015. Does that sound right?
I guess so, yeah. If that's when they... Yeah, I mean, it... in one sense it did. It felt like it took forever, but the time between then and now, it flew. I mean, it was just faster than I would have liked, to be honest. But it was a great experience. And like I said, we got to record with some amazing people, and I learned a lot from that experience. I mean, there's something that you do when you hear yourself played back. You know what I mean? Like
fine-tune those little things
right.
that you don't really get to check out live.
Right. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Was it like a lot of producers in the room with you? Was there a lot of hands in the pot?
Yeah, there were. They
Probably too many.
sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. But what it ended up coming down to, the producer of that album, the one that they chose and we all agreed on, was Kenny Beard, and he played guitar for Tracy Lawrence for a long time, and I think he had 11 somewhere in that ballpark #1 hits that he wrote.
No doubt.
I have a question about this album.
Yep.
I know, like, Dave's routine when he's in the studio.
Yeah.
How many different guitars did you use on this album?
Ooh, well, the acoustic track, electric clean track, then it would depend on some of my leads. I would have to do double, so I would literally play them note for note twice, and they would put them together. It just all depended on the track, what they wanted in the track. It was always different. I mean,
Was it more their choice?
yeah, but I listened to him because I was kind of new to it. You know what I mean? And
That's why a lot of guys, like, I'm sure you heard of what's his name, Luke. What's his name? He had that hit song. He was an independent artist with Upchurch on YouTube. They had that song Outlaw. I'm not sure if you've heard that or not,
I don't think.
but yeah, he got signed. They're all from down there in Tennessee, but Luke went pro.
Oh, okay.
What's that? The big guy?
Is it Luke Combs?
Luke
That
Combs,
guy?
that's
Okay,
it. Luke
I got
Combs,
you.
that's
Yeah,
it. My
very
bad.
popular, man.
Yeah, dude, he blew up.
Yeah, he did.
But Upchurch stayed independent.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, man, and his video, each video has Upchurch has like 72 million,
Is that right?
and Luke Combs had like 14 million. So the independent, if your stuff's good, you know.
Oh,
they can-
absolutely. Yeah, there's a
they
lot
all
of people
held
that
their
do
own.
that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with going independent.
Right.
You know, we just had the shot and took it.
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean.
I
mean,
oh,
but
I was there when you did.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That was great, man.
But there's nothing wrong with being an independent artist,
Oh, yeah.
especially these days with technology and social media, and it actually may be more beneficial. To be honest, I don't know.
Right.
you know.
I know you guys gigged a lot too with the Travis Minnick band.
Oh yeah.
How big was your crew that kind of followed you, helped out with band, helped out with shows, helped out with the whole product?
It actually wasn't huge. We always had Dan, our road manager, with us. He followed us around everywhere. And then Mark Boyu, he was pretty much our sound guy all the time. So he followed us everywhere and set stuff up. And
What's up, Mark?
it really wasn't. Yeah, shout out to Mark. It wasn't a huge ordeal. You know what I mean? As far as that goes, I mean, there was times that I didn't have to touch anything. I just walk up and play and leave. But I mean,
Not to change the topic, but you guys ever seen Mark do tricks on a street bike?
oh yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's.
First time I saw that, I was like, "What? That's the same guy?"
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's pretty wild with that stuff.
Now let's go down here looking through, see
So-
if I had any old Travis Minnick stuff.
So locally, even a couple guests on the show that have been on, they would kind of say you're kind of known for something. You know what that is?
The Telecaster thing, the twang. Yeah.
the telly twang.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your style in that telly twang.
Well, I got to give a lot of that. I got to chalk that up to Steve Bear. I mean, I bug the shit out of that guy. I mean, I talk to him every day. But starting out, I could hear it, but I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't get it. And he had it. You know what I mean? He had the telly thing. So he turned me on to the Dr. Z's and switching pickups, and and a lot of it too is style. You know what I mean? A lot of it's in my right hand. The way that I hit the strings, I attack the strings. It's that's a lot of it. I mean,
It's so unique though to you, like your specific strumming pattern, the way you do it. Not even seeing you, I can pick it out.
Oh, is that right?
You've kind of created your own sound out
Well,
of it.
I was going for that. I like the Telecaster thing, and a lot of my, the guys I listened to were Brent Mason, which he was recording, all Alan Jackson stuff and all the country stuff through the 90s, Vince Gill, all those guys, So I latched onto I like the Teletone thing, you know what I mean? But to get the right hand thing and I wanted to kind of get a tone of my own. I didn't want to necessarily copy someone exact, I kind of wanted to have my own little thumbprint, you know what I mean? And
Dude, you learned fast. You learned really fast.
I tried to. I mean, it took a lot of work. I mean, I ain't gonna lie about it. I mean, I would sit there and just hash it out for a long time, even before the studio stuff where we were working, 8-10 hours a day, playing nonstop. I mean, I would sit at the house for 4 or 5 hours a day.
I remember when you first played, it was out Wayne Stock there. You were playing, I think you and Eric were all jamming around there.
It may have been.
But I was like, holy shit, Eric, you were flying, man, from like the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
And then I saw you again. Then I recorded it. I was like, holy shit, it's just another level, man. You're just
I
fucking
appreciate
good,
that,
man.
man. I do. It took a lot of hard work. I mean, really, it's
did.
like anything in life.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do good at it, you got to work hard at it. I mean, it didn't come overnight. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Eric too, like you guys were in Savage Road together,
Oh, yeah.
Travis Minnick band together. You two have created a mesh together too that it blends so well. I mean, you guys, I don't think the music really matters. You could fall in with any musicians, and just being you two players together and your rhythm together, it's gonna jive.
Eric is a phenomenal player. I gotta chalk a lot up to what I know to Eric also. I mean, I love him, and I had a love-hate relationship with him because I'd learn songs for practice with Savage Road, and I would sit there for a little bit of time and go over them and learn them. He'd show up for practice and be like, "What song was that?" And I'd tell him, he'd be like, "What key's that in?" And I'd tell him, he'd be like, "Let me hear it one time." And he'd listen to it and he'd play it, and I'm like, "Oh," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he was just so quick,
Right.
But I've played with him so long. I mean, it's been.
You know what his secret is, don't you? He told us on the show.
Oh, is that right? What'd he say?
He watches a lot of Netflix.
Oh well, there it is. He's probably up there punching up YouTube, bass lines. But he
learns quick.
He does. I mean, he'd listen to it. I'd tell him what key it was in, and there it is. And we played together so long that, if we're in the key of A and we're going to go up to D, I would know like what notes he's going to hit in between the two. I would know what he's going to hit when he goes there. So, but he's a phenomenal player. He really is, and he's a great guy to boot.
Let me ask something. Now I know you started a new band. Would you like to tell us some more about that?
Wayward Son. Yeah, it's J.J. Miller, Steve Bear, Jeff Sears, and myself, and
super group.
Super group.
Well, it's been going great. It really has. I mean, it's fun. We're playing a lot of 70s, 80s rock stuff, and I'm enjoying the little bit of change, because I played country for so long.
Now I like to cause a little controversy here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was talking to Travis, and he said something about maybe wanting to. He's recording an album. Is that with you, or is he doing that with somebody else?
Well, no, I'll be glad to record it with him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I haven't.
Has he asked you, or do you know?
Well, he put in word. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like I got these original songs.
Right, because I know you guys were playing.
Oh yeah. And I don't know.
And I'm not trying to cause trouble, guys. I'm really not. I'm sorry. A little controversy for the local area.
Well, you gotta have a little bit of drama,
Yeah, a little drama.
But no, I would be glad to record it. And Travis is a phenomenal songwriter, singer.
He is. He writes lyrics like crazy.
Yeah, he does. He's got it.
Yeah.
And I'd be more than glad to go back in and record that. It's just COVID hit, and we all kind of it was like a break.
For everybody.
We kind of
Gotcha.
Took the break and ran with it.
Okay, well, tell us more about Wayward Son. Anything planned on that yet? Or
I believe we do have a show booked for March. I couldn't tell you the exact day. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but
see, March seems to be the target date. That's where we're at.
Yeah,
too, I
mean, I think everything's
local
kind of
music coming back.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's kind of uncertain. Hopefully, you know what I mean. But we're shooting for that, and but practice has been going great.
Good.
Songs are, like I said, I'm enjoying the change.
What kind of songs are you playing?
70s, 80s rock stuff. I mean, we're doing Journey and 38 Special.
Stuff I can't play.
I can't either, so look out.
We had a little conversation before the show started, and we were talking about John.
Oh,
JJ.
yeah.
And I think he's an incredible musician. He's got it all. What was it like the first time? Because you didn't really know him that well whenever you went to jam with those guys, right?
Right, I had no idea.
What was it like the first time showing up, getting to play with him? Because I know what he brings to the table.
He did bring a lot. He was impressive. I didn't know. I had no idea who he was or what he was capable of. But that first he sold me on that first practice. He's incredible. He is. He's an incredible bass player, incredible singer. He's phenomenal. He does those songs, Journey and all that, Bad Company. He does it with ease. I mean, he doesn't even.
I've never got to jam with him, but I've got to see him play so many different times through the years, and man, he is so talented. Anything he's done's been great.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't know JJ to this point, but even just past the musicianship, just as a person, he's a great guy. He's got great energy to him. He's always upbeat. He's always happy. He's a great guy. He really is. And I take a lot musically from him because. Whatever he says, I listen to because he is that good. I mean, he really is.
Yeah. I don't know if I know him or not.
John Miller, he's old school,
sure.
man. He played with Pot Coleman. He's been around the block. He was out in California for a while and singing, playing bass. Man, he's an animal.
I just had to play this song because this is one of my favorite. This is the song I recorded. This song kicks ass, man.
Yeah, that was
Here to Stay, correct?
Yep. Here to Stay. Yeah,
this is such a good song.
Yeah, that was Here to Stay.
This is in Beyond Down Studios, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a good one, man. I love this song. I even listen to it all the time.
Oh, is that right?
It's on my iPod.
I have them somewhere. I don't know.
Well, I still have them. I'll make a copy.
Yeah, it'd be great, man.
Yeah, man.
I'd love to have them.
We should do another shot
on a thumb drive or something. But
okay.
It's been years, so another shot, huh?
Such a good song.
Here we go.
Well, congrats on the new band, man, and thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, man. It's an honor. I appreciate it, and I was glad to be here, man. I'm glad.
We try to keep every episode, guys, like around 20 minutes, because me and Jimmy got to send files back and forth, and I don't have Dropbox and all that other shit. So here we go. What is that? I don't even know how many minutes it's been, but I appreciate Cody coming on. And good luck with your new band, dude.
Yeah, man, I
and
appreciate it.
whatever you
I'm glad to
do,
be
man.
here.
You know, and thank you for selling me that Schecter guitar, dude.
Oh, you still
I
have that?
still have
Do you
it.
still have? I go through guitars like crazy, man. Well, you know, too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
buy them and sell them, and I only play. Really, I always only played that one Steve Bear had
Right.
given me, that Telecaster. That's the one that's on this record and on
Gotcha.
everything else. And
On this too?
yeah, I think.
You had your Dr. Z amp on this.
Right, I
recording.
used that a lot. I
That
had
was
two
so
of them.
badass too.
I had two. I used them in stereo all the time.
Right.
And but when I got with Savage Road, I was running sound from stage, so it was so loud. They were so loud. I went digital. You
Right.
know what I mean? And to keep
I don't
down.
blame you. Me too, man.
You know, I like them. I mean, it's
Spoiled you too, didn't it?
well, they came so far. You know what I mean? The technology's so good in them, and I use Kemper now, is what I have, a Kemper Profiler, and I love it every bit as much, if not more, than what I did in my Z's.
Right.
It's great, and now it's, you know, you got to be a rocket engineer to damn near know how to run it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much in it that I don't even mess with.
Right.
But
Me either. I get my sound in my Helix and just stay there.
that's the way I am.
Yeah.
I use 2 patches, I think.
Yeah.
So
And,
let's get on with this shot. I got
Yeah,
more
yeah,
questions
yeah,
for you.
yeah.
We're gonna break topic a little bit.
You just
That
killed
telly
it, bro.
twang, man. It's,
yeah,
Great.
that was a original neck pickup.
I just had
Telly
a visual of Eric playing that.
Oh yeah, he's effortless. I'm jealous of him.
That was such a good song, man. But
So, you've got some episodes.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see on the show?
Who do I want to see on the show? Man, I don't know. Maybe like Mark Gowns or somebody. You know what I mean? Something like that. Being a
I'd like
guitar
to bring
player.
Mark on.
You know, yeah. Dean Kramer. You know, all those guys. I mean, they're all phenomenal players. You know what I mean?
a lot of them I've reached out to some. Want to wait till after the COVID.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
some that we respect that opinion. So
Yeah,
but
I'm
whenever
saying
you guys are ready to come on, just let us know.
Yeah, I'm
So.
saying, well, I respect the COVID thing. I mean,
Yeah, but
you know,
All right. You have any questions for us?
for you get. Oh my God. Well, you know,
we always forget to ask that.
I don't know. I mean, you're still using the Schecter, so you like that, I guess.
Yes,
huh?
I do.
Yeah.
And your Helix you sold me.
I did.
And
yeah.
then my sweet wife at home, love you, baby. She bought me a silver one.
Oh, is that
The
right?
space gray one, yeah.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
it's staying in the studio. I ain't taking it
Oh
out.
yeah, yeah. I
So.
used that Helix for maybe a year, something
Yeah.
like that. I had it about a year.
It's still going, man.
It was a great unit, man. I had no issue out of it. I mean,
You
know.
left it dirty, man. I cleaned it up, looked like a new one.
Well, I'm sure that within that year there was a lot of Jaeger bombs.
Oh, I'm sure,
I mean, I
dude.
knew it worked good when I got rid
Yeah.
of it, but
it did. It works perfect.
yeah, it was a
Man.
good unit.
It's still going.
That's one thing I do got to admit. Line 6 does the they do have great quality stuff. I mean, it lasts. You can really beat it up and
Right.
it'll hang in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, on that sense, like I said, I sold that one to the Kemper, and I've just stayed with the Kemper. I can't
Right.
say one's any better than the other.
Right. It is. If it gets the job done, it makes you happy.
Right.
That's all that matters,
Yeah,
man.
and
So.
I run the Kemper like an old school.
They're
amp.
all good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
so,
came so
yeah.
far in the processing in them so fast. I mean, it's
Right.
You
You got the rack unit, right?
yeah, because with Savage
You
Road.
just set it in the rack.
Yep, with Savage Road, I left it in the rack. I'd wheel that whole rack in
Right.
and plug in the cables to the speakers,
Right,
and I was
simplicity,
done.
man,
Yep,
yeah.
and I had my the MIDI pedal
Cool.
that went with it. I threw it on the floor. I was done with it, and
What'd you use here on this recording? That's your Z amp.
yeah, that's my Z. Yeah,
Okay, I
that
figured.
that I think that was the red one. I had a black one and a red one. They were both the same, but they sounded different.
Let me ask you, what did one of them go for?
At that time, $2,500.
Jesus.
Yeah, they were $2,500.
And then it had dual 10s, right?
Yeah, it was 210, and I changed the speakers in them. I'm one of those ear nerds, so
But dude, I mic'd it with a single SM57 $100 Shure mic, and it just sounded beautiful.
yeah, this particular song, I do remember they did that,
Uh-huh.
and then they had 2 room mics and
We got
whatever
another
it
show to
was,
do.
15 by 15 room, and
15 by 15 room?
I would say, I mean, pretty good
Oh,
size
okay.
room. It was drum room.
Okay.
We set the amp in there, cranked it up, and yeah, that's what they got
Right.
out of it.
It sounded great. I remember at my house, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I always
For that
liked them.
country tone, it's clean.
Yeah, right.
Very clean.
Yeah, and they did great for what they did. They would eat up tubes, and they were just very high maintenance, and I enjoy the, you know, I mean, the digital thing for me is a little, it's less maintenance to be, you know what I mean? I mean,
easier on the back.
it is. I mean, it's, you know,
especially musicians, like we're still carrying our own stuff. So.
yeah, I mean, and like I said, I could leave that thing in the Kemper in the rack, and it is the powered head. So you know, if I'm out on somebody else is running sound, or you know, I'm out on a bigger stage, I have 2 cabinets. You know what I mean? I'll run. Depends on where I'm at. I might run a 112 or I might run a 212, and they got vintage 30s in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get along with those fine. You know, with the Kemper.
Cool.
I just use it as a stage monitor kind of thing.
Right.
But you know, I play probably too loud.
All right.
I'm gonna play one more song here.
Yeah.
Kind of send us out on the song,
Cool,
and tell us a little bit about this song. Looks like it's called Snow White.
Snow White. That was actually, you know, I got to give props to Travis on that. That's acoustically, that's Travis, and I was pretty amazed at that. Yeah, because that's, you know, that whole album was done with click tracks. You know what I mean? You know, so you're constantly at mercy to a click, and he played that thing just like that to a click. I couldn't have done that.
Wow.
Acoustically, yeah, I think it was his Hummingbird and a click track, and he did that was him. And I did the little swells and things in the back, and but I was pretty amazed at that. He did a great job there.
Huh.
Yeah, he really did. They kept that very simple and tried to capture that, you know, simplicity.
Sometimes less is more.
It is a lot of times, you know, and that took me a lot to learn that. I mean, you know, being younger, you know, I was like, oh, I gotta, you know, really haul ass and play all these leads and play fast. And
I would say about 99% of the riffs that I come up with, once I show them to Dave, it's you need to simplify.
Well,
it's great, but simplify.
Yeah, well, that's what they did to me. You know what I mean? They're like, you got to slow down. I'm like, oh.
No matter how much I argue, the better stuff that I hear is typically always simplified.
Pretty simple, yeah. And that's what they hammered into my head. You know, play around the vocal.
And get that hook.
Yep, play around the vocal. Come up with a good melody line. Stay, you know, keep it just simple. You know what I mean? And
people like simple.
yeah, well, I think they latch on to it better. You know what I mean? It's not as hard to wrap your head around. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they did that. I mean, like I said, I was really impressed with that. You know what I mean?
Sounds like there's an orchestra behind it.
Yeah, that was actually if I remember right, that was a friggin' iPad.
Was it?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it was an iPad. I think it was either that or it was the Korg. They had the Korg digital, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Keyboard.
So it can make about any sound.
It was Nord, not the Korg. It was a red one. It was a Nord, whatever it was. But that's what it was. I mean, it was was done pretty simple too. You know, just
I hear strings, the acoustic.
Yeah.
I hear. Yeah, a lot of things going on there.
Yeah, well, that's a big thing that they did stress with recording was layering.
Layering, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you might record something. I mean, you know, I've done it where I'm like, man, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I love it. And it's not there when you listen to the main, you know, the finished copy. You're like, where'd it go? And they just edited it out.
Yeah.
But you know, they do like to layer things. They like to, you know, it seemed like they like to have a lot of things there to where if they needed them, they had them. If they didn't want to use them, they didn't. You know.
Gotcha.
You know.
So, real quick, back to Wayward Son.
Right.
Is there anything at all planned yet, or gig-wise?
Just that
by the summer you're looking at it.
Yeah, like March. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
March. Okay.
I can't remember the exact date on that, but we're looking about that time.
Where was that again? You know where?
I'm pretty sure it's Lashballs.
Lashballs.
Yeah.
Fucking Jim Lashball, man, it's got it going on.
He does have he's a great guy. You know,
he's
really
doing
is.
so well, and he's giving people jobs in the area, creating multiple businesses, helping bands out.
Yeah, he is.
I can't say enough good things about the guy.
I agree with you. I've had nothing but wonderful experiences with him.
We're going to get him on the show.
Are you really?
It's coming soon. I was texting him a little bit today. Yeah. Conflict issues, but we're going to get there. He'll be on the show.
He's a great guy. He really is. I totally agree with everything you said. I mean,
something in the works for end of April, early May for Lashball. So I'm sure a lot of local bands may be involved with that.
Yeah, I mean,
big bash.
Yeah,
coming.
Well, it'd be awesome.
Big explosion.
I think a lot of people were like chomping at the bit in the area. You know, like we need to get out.
Man.
We've been.
Yeah, it's like it's a never-ending. 2020.
I think whenever it is allowed to happen, a big local show with all the bands and all the people that come and check the bands out, whenever they're able to get out. It's going to help the area so much. Everybody's waiting on it. You know
I hope
mean?
so. I really
feel like everybody needs it. Everybody's waiting.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting on it. You know, it's. I did. I enjoyed the break. You know what I mean? At first,
Right.
you know, and I got a lot done around the house. I love to hunt, so I got
Especially
a
me,
lot of
I'm a
that
gamer, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm built for this.
right. You know, I mean, it was. I
So,
mean, but, you know, but now it's like, okay, a year later, you know,
Right.
here we are, and it's like,
yeah,
you
I'm
know.
ready to play too.
Yeah, and we were
Yeah.
trying to have stuff with Travis, you know, when it kind of hit, but everything was getting canceled,
Right.
and it was just getting to be, you know, we were canceling more shows than we were playing,
Right.
and it's like, man, you know, we don't want to. You'd put it on Facebook and bang, and then it was like, you know, the bar would get a hold of you and be like, oh, you know, we can't have you because of COVID, and I understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't want to get in trouble.
It's all
and-
good, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but it just after a year of it, it's, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, ready to get
Well,
back.
hopefully
to normal.
we get back to normal then. So.
I'm hoping.
I feel like it's coming. I feel
Yeah.
like some.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, Cody, thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
I was as soon as you said you were interested in doing it, I was like, fucking right away.
Yeah,
Stay tuned for Wayward Son.
Yeah,
coming out in
definitely. Look
March.
out for us.
Look
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for them.
Yep. It's gonna be
That's,
some great stuff. If you like classic rock stuff, that it's awesome.
And hopefully us Sangerbox will have a new EP out hopefully soon if we can get everybody to the studio at once. But we're ready to
Schedule.
record
Oh.
it. So yeah, let's get that done.
Materials.
Hey Cody, thanks man.
Hey man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
thank you.
Yep,
hit
thank
that
you, guys.
subscribe button in the face for us and smash that like button.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace
Get
out.
it up.
Thanks for watching The Social, guys.
Yep.
Cheers. See ya.
See you later.